For 3 days, photographers came from across the world to be part of a conference and photo exhibition which took place in the heart of Lagos. Art House was there and will be showing you what went down on this edition of the program. Great to have you join us. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Details will be coming your way in a moment.
I never stopped taking photographs as both a memory of the past and a witness to a culture in constant evolution. He turned his camera into a medium of dialogue between man and nature, between man and his social milieu, but also as an interventionist, which is where photography becomes art.
The Now Collectives is a conference designed so photographers can meet their colleagues, be inspired, and learn from each other. Well, it was more than just a talk shop.
Passion can range from several ideas, an eager interest in or admiration for a cause, to an enthusiastic enjoyment of an activity, to strong attraction, excitement, or emotion. All these and probably more can be found in this room filled with creatives who have an apologetic love for the camera. It's the Now Collective Conference, the third in a series, that brings together photographers from across the world to Lagos, Southwest Nigeria, to brainstorm on ways to improve this craft using techniques and technology. An array of renowned photographers in their own right have been invited to provide the needed direction to enthusiasts eager to make a mark.
The more you share and the more vulnerable you are in an online platform, you actually connect with people who are also in the same place. And people love that connection. And they will reach out to you if you're ever sharing something that you're struggling with, and they'll share with you.
I've started in 2014, and I was an engineer before, so I was doing something completely different. And I rolled into photography and wedding photography through some friends I met. And everything, the ball started rolling and everything was going good, and you have some goals, you want to make better pictures. You want to make pictures that really connect to people, that people could feel if they see them. And I had some personal goals. I wanted to, achieve some. I wanted to get some awards, like some personal achievements, so I could differentiate myself from other photographers, because I wanted to reach some personal goals. I wanted to learn, become better. But then at a certain point, last winter actually, it's not that I'm top league like ERIKA and LANNY, for example, but I try to do my best. But I reached my personal goals, and then all of a sudden I was like,
now what?
What now?
Probably my true passion is more photojournalism work and photographing the kids and their lives and experiences. Really, the weddings is just where the money's at. It is. That's where the money is. That allows us to live the life that we're living right now. And also, it's really good practice. Photographing weddings, I don't know if there's any better training for any type of photography, because it's just hard work and looking and being curious and staying patient and for 17 hours straight. So it's really good training.
And for the next 2 days, it's all about one thing: photography.
I'll be talking about street photography and its essence.
KALU is a documentary photographer with a penchant for the street. Wherever he goes, he seeks to capture the emotions of the people, and this has earned him accolades. he shares his drive and experience with the audience.
According to Wikipedia, it says street photography is photography conducted for art or inquiry that features unmeditated chance, encounters, and random incidents within public spaces. In plain English, it just means random photographs, like unpremeditated photographs, meaning you just go into a public space and taking random pictures. That's what it means. And it's either for art. We know what art is. Art is just creative work. That's what art is. Creative work that is done to just for aesthetics, for beauty, or to draw emotions. That's what art is. So street photography is just that kind of photography taken for the purpose of just art or inquiry. I was born in Lagos. I was born in Oshodi, and I grew up in the inner cities of Lagos. I grew up in Yenopaja. I grew up in Alimosho. And I'm able to change life in my little way. Like I might not have that money to give to them, but I have words to give to them. And sometimes words are more important than money. Words are more valuable than wealth, because with those words they can literally have a different life than they had. So now for the art part, as a photographer, if you're a documentary photographer or you're a wedding photographer, like the kind of amazing photographer two-mans they are, it's important that you get to practice. It's important that you get to shoot as often as you can, because documentary is, it's especially with weddings, it's unpremeditated. Like anything can happen at any time. And if you're not used to practicing, if you don't get to shoot as often as possible, you will lose more moments than not. So street photography avails you the opportunity to always practice. Because instead of waiting for that big time up, you can literally just get your camera and go out, because literally the scene is set. Like the street is like a big canvas. Like you can paint however you want, you can do whatever you want on the street.
For Bernard, the Now Collective could not have come at a better time in the craft's history, as it is creating a lot of buzz about photography.
The biggest take home for any photographer that attends or makes it to this conference is the fact that you see the gap you need to bridge in your work, and you get to know like things that like very salient truths about your craft that you've been ignorant about or you've overlooked, and like that's his biggest take home from me. The fact that you get to see that, oh, fine, these people you admire, they're human beings like you. They encounter the same issues that you encounter, and you see how they overcome those issues to become the kind of people they are today, the kind of people you respect. So it's something every photographer should look forward to and should plan to attend as well.
ERIKA and LANNY MANN are wedding photographers from Canada. The couple brings their wealth of experience to the program, but are not closing their minds to learning from others.
We actually find weddings very boring. We think traditional on the surface we feel like traditional wedding photography is actually really boring. So we take a very somewhat different approach to wedding photography. We try and shoot underneath the surface, underneath the pageantry, and really get to the core and the heart of the people that are involved in the wedding. And we feel that if we do that, we can have so much more impact with our imagery and impact on our clients and their memories. And so that's sort of the message we're trying to spread through our workshops and our talks throughout the world. Yeah.
Nailed it. That's us. And we're just super stoked to be here, that this community of photographers chose to bring us all the way here.
And totally welcomed us.
Welcomed us right in with open arms, open hearts, open minds. And so we're just excited to share all that we can.
Another couple, Pratik Naik and Bella KOTAK, have a unique relationship. While Bella, the fine art photographer, is based in the United Kingdom, her husband lives and works in the United States of America as a photo retoucher. Both get a kick at the opportunity to share the knowledge.
Conference is a great way to just promote creativity in the continent of Africa. There's people from Nigeria here, but actually there's also people from like other parts of the continent as well, which I think is amazing. We need this resource, and actually I really hope it continues to grow and grow, because I think we are all so creative. There's so much potential here, and I can't wait to see this creative community just like growing and growing, becoming more and more awesome.
And there's more where that came from. This year, the organizers are making sure there's a whole lot more than talk, and Day 2 offers that. But before the demonstration, Belgian wedding photographer YVES SCHEPERS begins with a lecture on his works and style.
I always shoot in 90 degrees angles. I try to be 90 degrees perpendicular to my subject. Like, I use light, I shoot with the light, but I also shoot against the light. You know, there are various ways to use light.
Then it's time to display creativity and YVES wow the crowd with various styles of approaching a subject to achieve maximum results. The output exceeds all expectations, a testament that simple things can be made to become extraordinary. ERIKA and LANNY act out scenes from the professional life, portraying the thin line between work and love.
I need the flash over there.
Okay, first of all, how am I supposed to know
What
that?
do you think I was trying to communicate
Okay,
to you?
that is not communicating, and I am not your assistant.
I'm
Go
missing
get your own.
moments.
Go.
I'm missing
So
moments.
am I. Get your own
Okay,
flash.
just give
Get
me
your
the
own.
goddamn
Give me.
flash.
That is my flash. You are not taking that. Okay.
All right, let's just go right to the end of the night.
Okay.
We're all packed up.
Okay.
Actually,
put the
first
bag.
let's do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
we're ready to go.
Oh, Lanny Man photography. This is awesome.
No, two-man. Two-man studios.
Wait, I thought that was your sister.
No, both of us.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
well done, man.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
That gives you
Get
a
the
little window into our world. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to know about us. We are not the dream team.
There's a lot to take in, but the participants seem anxious to take all they've learned and run with it.
There are really no words to fully describe how much impact this has had on me. And what was major for me was, first of all, in fact, emptying my cup, emptying everything that I thought that I knew and just keeping my cup empty. And I've been so filled. It's been incredible. From the first day, you know, all the speakers gave themselves, you know, and also connecting with other photographers as well. It's been really amazing.
It's been a lot more than I expected. Seeing these amazing photographers from all around the world and seeing the things that they do and talking about how demystifying their creative process basically and talking about how easy it is for them with consistency and determination is just so inspiring. And being a lady, it's in a male-dominated industry, it hasn't exactly been very easy. And considering my background as a northerner as well, there are challenges that come with, you know, this type of profession. So it's really inspiring to see that more and more women are breaking into the industry and doing amazing things. And leaving here, I intend to draw more and more women into the business of photography and just the creative industry in general. It doesn't just have to be photography, but just learning to do things on their own, because I know how important it is as a woman to be self-reliant.
TNC has been very fantastic, very wonderful. You know, having these photographers from different parts of the world has been beautiful. You know, and having photographers all over from Nigeria, you know, it's something that has taught me that it's all about community, you know, and it's all about community and not competing. You know, our team is all about, you know, we say collaboration is multiplication. So collaborating, networking, and, you know, having to be with these photographers you see on social media, it's something that is very, very beautiful.
These photographers are products of the last conference, They were picked to showcase their works, and they did not disappoint as they go down memory lane.
During the program, we're asked to present topics that would work for us. And I did present like 3 topics, but the one I worked with was felt better to work with. And I was telling a different story, which I was happy with.
As of 2017, I heard about an act that was passed in the Senate House by Senator Dino Milaye, and I was inspired to do a documentary on people with tribal marks in order to preserve this culture. So I submitted the project, and since I was in Kwara State and I felt really connected to it, I spoke to my mentor about it, and he was like, okay, yes, you can go ahead and do this. And since then, I've been shooting.
For the brains behind the Now Conference, the fulfillment that comes from creating a platform where photographers and photography can be appreciated cannot be measured.
Everyone is good at what they do, but there's room to learn. There's a room to invest in yourself. I mean, you can buy the old gears you want in life, but if you don't invest in yourself, you probably wouldn't know how to use those gears, you understand? So my advice is believe in yourself and also invest in your craft. It's very, very important. It is a difficult conference to put on. It's not as easy, but it's still gratifying because we're able to expose the world to the talent in Nigeria as well, and the talent in Nigeria is able to connect and have a relationship with outside and the community of photography outside Nigeria as well, which is something that was lacking before, or maybe not as much. Not like it wasn't there before; it just wasn't as much. And I love the speakers we brought. Actually, all the speakers we've been able to bring from outside Nigeria. This is the first time some in the continent of Africa and also in Nigeria as well. So that's been great, tremendously beneficial for both parties. I mean, for us to be intermediaries doing that, for having our conference attendees being able to learn and grow and inspire, as well as for the speakers as well, to also learn about our culture, learn about the way we do things here. Photography market might be universal across in the world, but in terms of wedding photography, there's some cultural dynamics that affect what we do that they don't experience, and for them to hear the stories and be able to connect that with us is tremendously beneficial for them as well.
Driven by the need to express is the force behind Mr. Segun Olotu's passion, and together with his team, they're gradually becoming a force to be reckoned with, breaking new grounds and showing that the success of a project like this is mainly how well everyone clicks.